Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to the A through Z playthrough. In today's video, we have landed upon Lena Oxton. Is that her name? Tracer? I think that's her name. Not too much has changed with Tracer over the past year, just a couple bug fixes here and there. She couldn't attack possessed minions from Sylvanas. By the way, in the Sylvanas video, that's why we picked Possession and like the other weaker stuff, because they keep trying to buff that, but obviously it just doesn't work. And then she would get like mini stunned when she teleported around. Like she would be unresponsive for a second or half a second after you blinked. Other than that, Tracer is exactly the same as she was last year. So I'm a good player. And hopefully I play her a little bit better than I played Thrall. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves in the Tower of Doom today. The friendly team Tracer, Malthael, ETC, Sagara, and Tahaka. The enemy team, Varian Ren. The enemy team, Varian Ren, Illidan, Junkrat, Li Ming, and Greymane. I just wanted an easy game. I really just wanted an easy game. So, Varian has talents if he goes full parry, which it looks like he is, where when parry blocks a hero's basic attack, heroic strike cooldown is refreshed, and the next one does 20% more damage. It has to block a few basic attacks, right? Or he has another one where it lowers the cooldown if he blocks basic attacks. Well, Tracer hits 8 times per second. So that means I can basically never attack Varian. Varian is not a character that I am allowed to hit under any circumstances. If he picks up Taunt, then he can actually punish me pretty hard as well. Which, you know, we don't want. We don't want that. We don't get a lot of sustain until later in the game at level 13, so until then, we're just trying to hang out. Ideally, I would be the one roaming around, but if our team's not soaking, someone has to. It's quick match rules, boys. We don't get to play the ideal game. We get to play the game that the enemy team lets us play, or the friendly team lets us play. Let me roam, please. But I could still ask. Illidan and Greymane down here in the bottom lane. Also, if Illidan goes for the hunt, that could be a lot of trouble.
Yes.
If Varian goes for taunt, that could be a lot of trouble. Nice and easy, boys. Nice and easy. Let's see if we can break down this Illidan, too. He's evading all of our attacks, but we can chase after him relatively easily. Nice. Good job. Good job, team. So, our Q ability is Blink. By the way, if you're not playing with this on Quick Cast, there's literally no reason not to. Even Quick Cast on release just delays the inevitable of you getting slightly repositioned on the screen. Just teleports us in a short distance in any direction. Our W ability, it should be called Pistol Whip, but it's not. And it allows us to attack someone with the butt of our gun, hit him in the face with it, and it generates a lot of charge on our Pulse Bomb, which we have right out of the gate at level 1. The only character in the game to start with their heroic ability. I'll try to channel this as Malthael zones that guy. What? What? All right, I want to go in. I want to be in there. I want to be brave. I really do. I just don't think I can. We are gonna go for Untouchable in this game, where I'm likely gonna get the shit beaten out of me, but it's because I love Untouchable, and I need my confidence back after that Thrall game. Our E ability is Recall, and allows us to go to the area that we were at 3 seconds sooner. So we reposition to where we were 3 seconds sooner. So, oh god, he parried. Oh god, see, I can't hit him. I thought I even timed that okay. I just can't hit him. I'm not allowed. And this is a great way of diving in, dealing a lot of damage, trying to hurt people real bad, and then getting out. I think I have my ultimate on Quick Cast on release. It felt kind of weird. I do. So we'll just turn that on. Oh god, I don't think I did it. With my unique profile setup, I always have to get told that I don't have shit bound, even though I do. Looks like Tahaka's running into a little bit of trouble over here in the middle of the map. He was being chased by Li Ming too, I think, but Li Ming backed off. Oh no, she just cycled around that way. We could try to deal some damage to her as she is attempting to get away, dodging as much stuff as I can. I don't think we'll be able to finish her off, but still, we did some pretty good, ouch, pretty good damage there. Woo! Okay, I'm just gonna walk this way. And I'm gonna go back to the base real quick. At level 7, I do like to pick up the basic attacks to reduce the blink cooldown. Obviously, if we're attacking 8 times a second, that's a lot of basic attacks. And if we can do sustained fire on someone, we can get a ton of blink charges that allow us to teleport around quite a bit. Now remember, we're not allowed to ever hit Varian, even though he's the target on the enemy team that I can attack the most. So the next objective is going to be down here in the middle. So we'll help ETC push this back a little bit. Just get it into the enemy team's towers, lower that ammunition a little bit while we're doing this. Kind of hope for the best. We're also charging our heroic ability by doing that, which is pretty important for us to be doing. We'll try to take down this Junkrat. He is going to get away, and we'll just reposition back here. Throw our Pulse Bomb out on Varian, force him to either parry that or take the damage, and then try to finish off this Greymane who's running away. Illidan is kind of focusing on me, and I don't think I'll be able to get away from him too easily, so we are likely going to take a death there. Now, with Untouchable, when we die, we do lose all of our stacks. And you have to get about, I think Tim told me one time, you have to keep 7 stacks in order for Untouchable to be better than Parting Gift. Now, we are playing Quick Match, of course, so this is likely going to be a slugfest, as most of our Quick Match games are. So, I'm not that worried about dying this early in the game. We still have ample time to build that back up. You could, by the way, at level 1, I like Tracer rounds because people can't get away from you. You can attack them when they run into a bush. They can never break the damage of your pistol, which is a decent problem with Tracer. If you can't attack someone, you lose out on a lot of your sustain later on. But you can go for Pulse Strike and charge up your heroic ability really fast, and then also get a little bit of lane clear at 13 with Bullet Spray. It's definitely an option. It's definitely a powerful option for Tracer. I just don't like it. I would like to go in here, though. Hey, team. No? Not doing that? Okay. Greymane is rotating up top to attack our Dahaka. We'll just let him know so he can reposition. Oh! He doubled back on me. Well, I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for that at all. You'll notice without a support, we are extremely fragile. So I'm trying to skirt around these fights as easily as I can. Greymane has so much burst damage that he can punish us very quickly, so we need to make sure that we are always positioned properly for that. I was trying to move in, see if we can take down that Illidan, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to do so. He did, however, just pick up the Hunt, which means I need to hold on to my Rewind way more than I have been so far. The Hunt is a point-and-click stun that he can use over a pretty large portion of the map. We need to make sure that we have Rewind ready for that so he doesn't just stun us in place. We also have to worry about the Varian Taunt. We have to worry about Greymane and his go for the throat. Like, this is not going to be an easy match to play Tracer in. That is faux show. That being said, if we somehow can skirt around all of these abilities, we could punish the backline of the enemy team quite hard. The Li Ming, the Junkrat, we can get in there and do quite a bit of damage if we play this properly. And that's a big if we play this properly. So Li Ming's kind of off to the side here. We're just going to initiate on her. The Pulse Strike is going to miss, but we could take her down through the wall because we could see her. Now, I can't hit Varian. I cannot stress how much I'm not allowed to hit Varian because it gives him so much extra damage. But we'll just zoom by him and try to take down this Junkrat, which we do, no problem. Okay, now I'll hit Varian. All right. Illidan does engage with the Hunt, using his evasion to dodge all of my basic attacks, but he doesn't have evasion right now, and we need to keep him away from the tower as we are turning in. We need to make sure this Greymane doesn't just kill us with Go for the Throat, because that's a lot of damage. He is silenced right now, so we can engage a little bit. Nice job. Very nice job there. So we're at 5 stacks of Untouchable. Hopefully we'll be able to hang on to this for a while. One good thing about Tracer being so fragile is that regen globes feel like they do a lot more. I mean, it's just percentage-based healing, but hey, when your health is any bit higher on Tracer, the amount of confidence that it can give you, I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Level 13 is rapidly approaching, and now we can get a little bit of sustain with leeching rounds. One of the reasons I love picking up Untouchable is because it increases your auto attack damage. And then leeching rounds heals you for a percentage of the auto attack damage that you are dealing. So if we hit harder, we get rewarded more with leeching rounds. Looks like the enemy team is pushed up quite far here, but my team backed up immediately as I got up here. I kind of walked out of the bush to let them know I was here as well. Oh my god! Oh, well, I'm very vulnerable to the hunt right now, so let's go ahead and Sippy. 20 seconds where we can be hunted really hard. He is bottom lane, though, so we should be all right. Ouch. The healing from the Sippy Cup is continuing to tick on. Not worth! Not worth it all. Not worth it all. Should not have done that. Should not have done that. Will Doc be able to finish off the Greymane, though? He does have a whole minion wave helping him take him down. He is going to be taunted by Varian, which of course does silence him for a moment. So even if he had his trait there, he wouldn't have been able to heal. He wouldn't have been able to use. Oh, he has isolation, not adaptation, but silence at that time was pretty good. The enemy team does have a pretty sizable numbers advantage going into this next objective, so we do need to be careful about what we do. That being said, Malthael is zoning back that Illidan quite well, and it looks like the friendly team is going to go for this bottom tower here. They are starting to get a little bit of pressure from the enemy team, though. Hunt can be used, and it is going to go down on our Zagara right now. She doesn't have creep underneath her, so she's a little weak. She is repositioning rapidly, though. Let's try to focus this Greymane on the backline, use our rewind, and just try to be safe here. I need an easy to attack target, and I just don't think I'm going to get that. Nope. Nope. Gotta go, team. I'm sorry. Tracer's one of those characters that really does just get empowered by supports. What she's capable of doing is just it just multiplies. Just a Tassadar shield alone. Like, we're not even talking about Kala's Embrace Tassadar shields. We're just talking about a thing to mitigate damage can enable a Tracer player to play so aggressively. So it's hard playing without that, especially when you're used to it for so long. But I'm trying, team. Junkrat is not going to be moving back there. We have to walk right past the Varian and get comboed by a Junkrat immediately, apparently. Well, I'm in pain. I'm already hurting again. I just got back in this fight. All right, Sippy Cup and try to re-engage. Looks like our friendly team's doing a great job of taking out our adversaries. Zagara finally able to channel on that shrine, get some core damage done to the enemy team. Pretty close game right now. We're only 8 points ahead. I am going to go for Locked and Loaded. This is another form of damage amplification for Tracer. Now, I can't do this camp by myself. I have to have someone else come in. If we play the Gears of War reload game, we get guaranteed critical hits, which of course means that we're going to be healing for more because we're dealing more damage. The whole goal of this build is to get as much damage with each auto attack as we can, so we have more sustain in these team fights. And again, without a support, that sustain is so valuable. You could prime this whenever you want to. So when I engage on the next person that I decide to attack, we are going to get a full clip of that extra damage from our reload. Let's see if we can do anything down here. Looks like our Malthael is walking in. Junkrat already disengaging. Let's jump in on this backline and see what we can do. Now, I didn't specify that our healing is only used versus heroes. Only versus heroes. Get away from me! Get away from me! He can hunt me and kill me right now, actually. I'm frustrated. I feel like I could be doing so much more. I feel like I could be doing so much more in these team fights, but they have so many ways of just ruining me that I have to play so conservatively. Okay, let's just go join our team. We do have equal numbers with the enemy team. I don't know, maybe I should try to do a 1v1 in the bottom. It looks like it'd be in a 1v1 with Illidan, though. Greymane's in the middle. Looks like ETC. Yeah, I'd be fighting Illidan. Well, let's see how it goes.
Take the altars and put an end.
He didn't evade.
Gravekeeper.
If I can stay out of range, we might be okay.
Enough of this.
He has the hunt, right?
Bring down the Gravekeeper's call.
I feel like you can always assume that Illidan has the hunt. Didn't use it. Okay. Fuck. Should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? No. No, just turn it. Just get the thing. Just get the thing. All right. Okay. All right, boys. Feels good. Feels good. Feels real good. Greymaine's coming down, but we are already gone.
Do
Oh, that was scary. That was scary, boys. That was fucking scary, boys. I want to engage with. There's so many traps everywhere. If he's eating the tower, though, I can do that. Probably could have gotten 2 there, but we never know when Go for the Throat is on cooldown or off cooldown, so I'm just gonna go back. I'm just gonna go back. It looks like we had a very successful objective there, bringing the enemy team's core down to 5 health. Zagara, I'm assuming Zagara managed to take top at some point and is pressuring middle right now, so it looks like our team's in a great position. All right, let's get this building. I'm here to help. Our untouchable stacks are starting to build up a little bit. If we play the Gears of War reload game, we can deal a lot of damage rapidly. And now we have core pressure on the enemy team. Hold on 1 second. All right. Just grab that real quick. You know, no big deal. Just, you know, a little bit of map awares. All right, let's gather this camp with our Zagara player. So some subtleties that of playing Tracer that I need to do a little bit better is just meleeing more, using your W ability more, because it allows you to build up the charge for your heroic ability a lot faster. And I haven't really been doing that. Oh my god, I thought he was dead. Okay. I'll grab that globe. We zone them away from their building.
Do not disappoint.
I'm so weak. Please don't kill me. Oh no. All right, GG. Right?
Clock's ticking.
What did we just get it a hit for? Oh, it was sappers going in. All right. All right. Looks like we still got it, boys. Looks like we can still play this game. So that's Tracer, one of my favorite characters in the game. Like I said, having a support on your side, oh my god, it makes the biggest difference in the world. You know, I always tell people that supports are the strongest thing in this game. If you want to be able to have a massive impact on a match, supports are a great way to do it. And I don't think there's a better example of that than a support with Tracer, or the right support with Tracer. But if you want to follow along at home, the build we went for today, Tracer rounds, Untouchable. Didn't get much use out of Untouchable, to be totally honest with you. But the potential of use was there. Bullet time, pulse rounds, leeching rounds, locked and loaded, and total recall. If you don't like the idea of playing the Gears of War reload game at level 16, you can just go for a sleight of hand, which allows you to reload twice as fast, and then you can still unload a lot of extra damage on people. Also benefit from leeching rounds quite a bit there because you're able to put out more shots in a shorter amount of time. Okay. All right. That's going to be it for me today, boys. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button. It's a hell of a lot better in my Thrall game. Oh, my goodness. We will be taking a look at Tychus tomorrow, who just had his trait changed so it doesn't cost mana to activate. Who the fuck knew that was a thing? Not me. All right, guys. See you next time. Okay, bye.